Hey guys, what's going on? All right. Today we're talking about identity and the identity that you are clinging to as a dad and as a man. And that identity that you've made it up in your head to be who you are is false. Because the truth is you're pretending. The truth is you're wearing a mask. Paul, what do you mean? What identity? Well, we could talk about all kinds of identities. And the identities that you keep that are completely bullshit are also the identities that turn into stories that you tell yourself that aren't real. And then those stories turn into your beliefs. And it's a vicious cycle because then those beliefs continue to feed the identity that you've made up or somebody else has made up in your life. So let's get into it. As men, we are constantly pretending. We are constantly smiling in public and dying on the inside, dying in private, smiling in public, dying in private. That is an identity issue. And I'll prove it to you. How many times have you gone to the grocery store and you get up to check out and the clerk says, "Hey, how's your day going?" And you go, "Good." But on the inside, you are struggling. You feel disconnected. You feel like you're going to explode. Something's going on, but you say, "Good. I'm great. I'm fine. I'm fine." You guys are pretending. You're lying, gentlemen. You are lying. I've done this exercise multiple times, and you guys should try. Go to the grocery store, and when someone's like, "Hey, how's your day going?" Don't say fine. Don't say good. Be like, "Fucking terrible." They don't know what to do because you told the truth, which tells you about how fucked up society is. Because if you just chose to stand up and tell the truth about where you're at, who you are, what you're feeling, what the hell's going on, and stop pretending, society doesn't know how to handle that kind of truth. That's terrible. Now, some people, pretty much the older generation, are like, "Oh, I'm sorry. But have a great day." Like, they still don't know how to respond. So, what would your life look like if you decided to remove the mask, stop pretending, tell the truth, be committed for the next 30 days of telling the truth, being wrong, no matter the situation? What would your life look like if you decided that tomorrow you get up and when you look in the mirror, you don't speak negatively about yourself, you speak positively about yourself? Because, guys, I got up for a long time every morning and I looked in the mirror and I'd call myself a piece of shit. That's how I chose to start my day. Was I a piece of shit? No. Was I the man I am right now? No. I wasn't a bad man. Like, I wasn't doing bad things. I just wasn't showing up. I wasn't living my authentic self. I wasn't being who I wanted to be. And so we create these identities in our minds. We start to fucking believe them. We start to believe the stories. We start to believe all of these things that aren't true. Where did we get this? Like, where's the guy that started the happy wife, happy life? Where is that guy? Because I would like to knock him in his fucking nose. One, that guy's a beta. And two, it is the dumbest comment I've probably ever heard. Happy wife, happy life. Cool. Let me just be a shell of a man and do whatever the fuck my wife wants, even though I don't want to do whatever she wants. Let her be the man in the relationship so that I can put on a shirt that they fucking sell that says happy wife, happy life. Know some of you guys have said that. And if you're saying that, that's exactly the point of this video. That's an identity thing that you heard some dipshit friend of yours say, who's a giant pussy when it comes to him and his wife, and you and your wife talk about it in public, but yet you're repeating that same bullshit. Bring my wife in here. My wife will tell you that if I don't agree with something as a leader of my family, as the man in this family, I say it. And I'm fucking passionate, just like right here. Her and I have passionate conversations. We may not even be arguing, which we rarely do, but I am a passionate dude. If I feel passionately about something, this is how I talk. If I passionately disagree with something, this is how I respond. And people get, like, I've been told, like, how I'm talking to you right here because I'm passionate about this. I'm so passionate about you winning and you to stop playing these fucking games with yourself. But me talking to you like this, I've had them say, "Oh, you're yelling at me." Oh, no. Me having this conversation like this, that's not yelling. If you think this is a negative thing of being passionate, then fuck you. If you think that, well, you're toxic or blah, 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 or I'm yelling at you, then fuck you. I made a post a couple days ago, and the only reason I'm telling you is because it ties into this. And I titled it First Lesson in My 40s. I am no longer explaining or justifying me. You can paint whatever version of me that you want and hang it on your fucking wall. I don't care. Like, and I've always been this way. That's why my book's called Beardology, but I've always been this bold. But for me, it's just, I'm just not going to explain myself. I'm not going to explain myself to anybody, not my wife, my kids, my family, my friends, my colleagues. Like, I don't have to explain myself. And you shouldn't either. And you shouldn't be explaining some bullshit identity that you've made up in your head about who you are when you know you're not that man. When you know that there's something more inside of you that needs to get out. When you know, when you get up in the morning that you're not satisfied with your life and you have more to give, more to do, more to create, but you suppress that shit. Or you don't go seek it and find it. Or you don't reflect and go, why do I have this feeling? You know how many times I've had this in my life, guys? Multiple. Sometimes every day I go, today was a good day, but I don't know. I'm in a bad mood. Nothing happened today, but I'm in a fucking bad mood. What the fuck's going on? But the big one for me was when I left the fire department. I was in a job, a career that no longer filled me up, in a career that was killing me and killed one of my best friends. I was sick. I was overweight, couldn't smell, couldn't taste, 3 sinus surgeries, tired, lethargic, just packing on the pounds. Didn't look like I worked out. Didn't look like I took care of myself. Now this is who I am. No, it's not. All the while I wanted to grow a beard. I wanted to work out and get jacked. I wanted more tattoos. I wanted people to look at me when I walked in a room and go, who's that guy? And even though their opinion wasn't important, I wasn't being me. I wasn't satisfied. And pretending to be someone you're not You're just performing. And hell, 98% of people on social media are performing. That's not who they really are. They're not doing vlogs like this. They're not sharing their fucking truth with you. They're not being honest with their spouse. What else? Oh, well, I'm at the beach. Love my life. Look at my Lamborghini. I read it. Blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, they're fucking miserable. And unless they're a fitness coach, they certainly aren't posting their fucking overweight selves, miserable, depressed like I have, and shared their real raw truth with you. So what I'm saying, man, like you come on this channel, like you're getting the real shit. I mean, last week I got called a soy boy, which is hilarious. Um, I got told I needed re-education about women, which is hilarious. And then I think on TikTok, somebody's like, they said something to the effect of, I'm pretending, you pretending to be a leader and all this shit. Like, dude, no, I'm just shooting my life, how I see it, the things I'm important, and I don't have to explain myself to anybody on social media. That is the last fucking thing I'm worried about. I'm more worried about what kind of toilet paper I have in my house more than that shit. So I guess to wrap this up, gentlemen, you can't heal what you're hiding. And if there's something within inside you that you're hiding or you're not being your authentic self, you're performing. And when you continue to pretend, when you continue to perform, like that shit gets heavy. It gets heavy because it's not really you. And that stuff's going to eat away at you from the inside out. It's going to show up in different ways. You know, like it's going to show up in fatigue. It's going to show up in stress. It's going to show up in irritability and exploding and anger. And I don't know about you, but that stuff's exhausting. Men today are exhausted from playing roles of protector, provider, leader without plugging into their source of power. God, confidence, connection. Like, if you're not plugged into your power and clarity and confidence and God as a man, yeah, you're going to have low T. Your health's going to suffer. Your marriage is going to suffer. You're not going to show up because you're exhausted. You may still show up and provide for your family. You still may show up and protect your family. But you could do it a lot better being plugged in. So, what questions should you be asking yourself? Like, you should be asking yourself, where am I pretending like everything is fine in my life, but it's not? And if you can figure out what that area is, that's what you go and fix. Where would or what would change my life if I stopped hiding and I fully surrendered to God? That's what you go and fix. I mean, I would have you consider, what would your life look like right now if you decided to just not pretend this week? Walk in truth, walk in the facts. It'd probably feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. If you just said, you know what? Yeah, I got some weight to lose. Yeah, I like crushing beers on the weekend. Yeah, I like pizza on the weekend. Like, everybody loves pizza. I've never met anybody who does not like pizza. But if you just decided, like, hey, I don't like that I'm carrying extra weight around. So instead of having 6 slices, I'm going to have 2. Or instead of doing that, I'm not going to have it at all. But I'm going to walk in truth, and I'm no longer going to buy into this identity of, well, I just have a dad bod and everybody else around me has a dad bod. So I'm just going to live that way. You can't grow from a place of comfort. Right. Fell on. You can't grow from a place of comfort. It is impossible. You have to get discomfort in order to grow. You have to get uncomfortable in order to grow. So as I wrap this up, my challenge to you is spend the next 7 days walking in truth. No matter how hard it is for you to accept it, walk in truth. Write it down. I've given you the tactical steps in another vlog. Write it down. Say, this is no longer work. Pinpoint it. If it's your diet, if it's your fitness, if it's how you talk to your wife, if it's, you scroll on your phone instead of playing with your kids, whatever it is for you, pinpoint it, put it in the not working category and go, this is how I fix it. This is how I show up today in order to fix this, because I can no longer live this identity that I've accepted. And if you don't want to do it alone and you want to be surrounded by other men who've done that exact thing and they continue to do it every fucking day, then hit me up and join my community, because that's what we do. Until then, guys, dominate daily.